guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I just wanted to go over a few things. It's going to be a quicker video. So I wanted to continue our discussion about episodic anchoring, which is basically big words to say that you're matching a personal experience or an image to a word. So the reason why it's called episodic anchoring though is because the image will give you a memory. Like it will give you basically it's dual coding, so you're going to have a visual and the word, and that's what's called dual coding, when you're going to learn both of those at the same time. And what that does is it helps anchor in a memory, like a personal memory, so that you remember the word better. And also you're in, when you're in a setting like you're just looking at images and you're relaxing, you have a higher ability to be able to absorb a language, like how they talk about comprehensible input. You're able to absorb the language better that way. So yeah, I just wanted to basically go a little bit more into depth about how you can personalize images. So when I was learning Spanish, I used to take all sorts of coloring pages. Usually it would be like things with the house, so like furniture, like a couch or a table or the curtains or the t-shirt or the letters. We can actually go over, I had to look this word up, so I'm learning Italian, and I had to look this word up in Italian, and the reason for that is actually because I wanted to go over actually the red part, which is the seal. It's like a wax seal, and I had to look this up because I'm learning Italian, and in Italian I didn't know this word. So in Spanish it's like sello de cera, but in Italian it's sigillo de cera. Oh dear. Okay, well, excuse my Italian. I haven't learned how to pronounce it properly yet. Sigillo de cera, I'm thinking is how you say it. So either way, like what I would do is I would take several like images, like I was saying, I would learn the inside of, like, for example, the inside of the kitchen, all of the words for pots and pans, or cooking, or recipes, or cabinets, anything like that, or forks and knives, things like that. Which you would need to know the words for like fork and knife, especially if you're going out to a restaurant in a foreign country where you're learning the language. And that's why I kind of started with basic images of houses and things like that, because I wanted to be able to get a good sense of how to, navigate a house in the foreign language that I was learning, which at the time was Spanish. So now I'm doing the same thing with Italian. And what I would have to do in order to be able to remember the words instead of memorizing them, even though the images do help, I would have to go back like a couple days later and look at the image again and make sure that I could remember everything. And a lot of the time I wasn't able to remember them, especially in the beginning. So what I would have to do is I would have to, do what I was talking about before, the episodic anchoring, where you basically have to come up with a way, like a memory, like a experience, a personal experience, to attach the memory of the word to. So when I was learning sofa, which has an accent, I had to think of my own experience, like my own personal experience with a sofa, right, with a couch. And I couldn't be linking the word couch anymore to my experience. I had to expand that memory of couch to sofa. And what I did at the time, I was at my friend's house, and so I would think about how my friend's dad would always be on the couch, and that was the memory. That was like, I would say that was like my Spanish memory of what sofa means. And while you're learning, so the other thing I had to do, because I didn't, in the beginning I didn't know that sofa had an accent. So while you're learning, you have to look up to make sure, you're pronouncing it properly. And you kind of want to repeat that to yourself. So when I get done with this video, I'm going to go look up how to say sigillo di cera, and make sure that I'm saying it, putting the proper emphasis on the correct vowel. So, in the sense of Spanish, it's a little bit easier. And so it would be sello de cera. And so I'm always going to remember that, though, because this wax seal in the movie was like very prominent, I felt like. So for some reason it gave me like a strong memory. So I'll always remember sello de cera or sigillo di cera for the wax seal. And yeah, so basically that's it. I just wanted to explain my perspective on how, basically I think what you have to do is like you have to make the memory in the new language. Like I was saying, like sofa is my Spanish memory of a couch is, my Spanish friend's dad sitting on the couch, like in the same, right? He would like pick the same spot, right? Something like that. So I would always remember it. Like to this day, I still, when I think of the word sofa, I think of their living room and the setup of the furniture there. Alright, I hope this helped, and I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao, ciao.